In order that both the category of people realize their mistake and others do not get carried away, Param Krupadev explains the traits of both in detail. Little more in detail. He just named them in the last verse. I explained. So that you can understand this verse better. He just named the two categories. So see the beautiful flow. In third verse, he names it. And then in the fourth and the fifth, he explains each of them. Okay? So in this verse, for easy recognition of a Kriyajad, by describing its characteristics so that they can correct it and move forward on the path of liberation. So in this verse, so verse 4, he is going to explain the characteristics of a Kriya Jal. Yeah.
बाह्य क्रिया राजता अंतर भेद न का ज्ञान मार्ग निषेधता देह क्रिया
So you already know the characteristics. I picked it up from this only. But now you exactly need to know why is he denouncing the path of knowledge? Why is he so engrossed in the physical external activities? So we'll see that. So the breakup and the word to word meaning. Bahya Kriyama means in superficial religious rites or mechanical rituals. Rachata, engrossed, Rachata, reveling, Rachi, Machi. If you are eating a pizza, engrossed, so you will get a comment from the so-called sadhak. Rachi pachi ne nahi khao. So Rachu means engrossed in it. Antarbhed, differentiating between the soul and the body. Differentiative knowledge he doesn't have between the soul and the body. Nakai, does not, he does not have. So Bahya Kricha, Marachata and Antarbhed and Kai. Gnan Marg, path of knowledge, Nishedata, he neglects it, he ignores it, he denounces it, he negates it. Anything, one word is enough for the exam? One word is enough. Teha Kriya Jad, mechanical ritualist, he is. Such indeed is a mechanical ritualist. If he is engrossed in just external activities and he denounces or negates the path of knowledge and he does not have the differentiative knowledge of the separation of the body and the soul. Antarbhed or Bednan. Short meaning. The staunch ritualist is content with physical ritualistic activities or say, now you should know that knife thing, right? So, lifeless rituals. He doesn't differentiate between the body and the soul. So, losing sight of their spiritual significance. Why are you doing this? What do you want to achieve from this? Atam Bhavna Bhavta Jiv Lahe Keval Nanre, you have been chanting this 108 times daily. So what do you want to achieve by that? So that I can abide in the self and realize that this body is different. So that is your purpose, but you are losing sight of the spiritual significance of the rituals. So you are not getting soul focused by whatever you are doing. Whatever rituals you are doing, your purpose was to have a differentiative knowledge and finally abide in yourself. But that's not happening even if you are fasting for 180 days. It's not bringing you closer to yourself. Even if you are doing Kayotsarg, it's not bringing you close to your soul. So the spiritual significance is getting lost. And on top, you are negating the path of knowledge, wisdom, regarding it unnecessary and difficult. So, whatever warning a scripture can give you, and you can come back on the path, but that you don't like. It can help you, no? I said no caution and warning, but that you don't like to do. ઊંઘ આવી જાય. You got it? So, it seems in current times, rituals have replaced religion. A very tragic thing I'm saying. If you are doing rituals, you are religious. If you are not doing rituals, you are not religious. So as if rituals is equal to religion. So rituals have replaced religion. મારા છોકરાના એન્ગેજમેન્ટ થયા ગયા લાસ્ટ વીક. છોકરી બહુ ધાર્મિક છે. 3 અઠ્ઠાઈ કરી છે. So I said 3 અઠ્ઠાઈ કરી છે means total 24 days she has fasted. But how did you decide whether she was religious? So she has the capacity to fast for 8 days continuously 3 times. So in total 24 upas she did. So that's really good willpower also. But how do you term that person religious? Because rituals have replaced the word religious. This is the tragedy of this present time. Moksha marg bahu lo. The right path of liberation is almost forgotten, ignored, destroyed, extinct, lost. So how important is verse 2? Vartamana kalma moksha marg bahu lo. Religious activities have not stopped. More and more youngsters are into religious activities and seva activities. London ma to everyone says seva. Right? Especially the Mehta clan. Not you, the other Mehta clan. Yeah. Ashwin and તો અશ્વિન કેટલું સરસ નામ છે એનું અશ્વિન કરીને રાખ. You just won some rock. But still people like to call him Ashwin. So I was talking to his brother yesterday. How is my bhabhi? No, I said one of your bhabhi is over here. 3 of them are in London, but one Kamal's wife is over here. So Kamal is married to Saiba. Okay, fine. So this is a tragedy. Okay, rituals have replaced religion. And in the mad pursuit of practices, you see that man has lost the value behind values. Values are lost behind the values. They have lost the ability to differentiate between dharma and attachment to practices. I am too attached to the practices of this mission. Slowly I believe this is dharma. Then I believe this is the only dharma. Then I say whatever you are doing is not dharma. So dharma is one thing, is an inner transformation. And attachment to certain practices, wearing a mupatti in Samaik, anything. So you are not differentiating that this is my attachment to this activity, though it is a religious activity, and this is dharma. That's lost in the present time. And so Prabhu has to say, moksha marga bahu lo. So everywhere see people are happy, satisfied in appearances, not want to delve deep into experience. Right? Suppose you have to sit for the Atmasiddhi Shastra Puja. So first you want to know what dress will I be wearing. But you don't want to focus on what bhav I should be having. So in the external, in appearances, and not delving deep into experience. So after the puja also, you will not want to check whether you achieve that state of bhav and devotion. બધું બરાબર છે. 10-12 સફરજન, 12 પેડા ફોર નૈવેદ્ય પૂજા, ફલ પૂજા, 12 સફરજન, બધું perfect. But what about my state of anger right now? Disturbances. So you are not even worried about that. એવી રીતે 12 મહિના ચાલ્યા જશે, બધી પૂજાઓ પૂરી થઈ જશે. And you are just managing the stage, nothing else. You are not managing yourself together. Then you are a Kriyajad. Though you are a follower of Srimad, you are a Kriyajad. Though Srimad Ji showed the characteristics of a Kriyajad so clearly, still, being his follower, you are still a Kriyajad. Because the external aspects of the ritual, you are so engrossed in that, you are not even interested in experience or your inner states. You want to finish seva perfectly by being imperfect within. Klesh, kankas, quarrels, arguments. But the work has to be perfect. So you are a Kriyajad, though you are in the garb of being a follower of Srimad Ji. I am using how the people call us, Srimad's followers. That's why I am using the word Srimad Ji. I have always used Prabhu, Param Kruparudev. But this is the way people perceive. Look at us as, Ato Srimad Ji na Bhagat che. These are the followers of Srimad Ji. So though you are a follower of Srimad Ji, you have not understood Srimad Ji. So now different set of rituals and Kriyajat. This should not happen with us. No wonder in acquiring the shells of action, you are losing the kernels of wisdom. Nalier, coconut. Shells is in your hand, but the kernel is lost. So while having breakfast, I was just talking about Gandhiji. એકદમ તો app નથી અહીંયા, but you need to, it will give you some idea of a Kriyajad. So if you have read his autobiography, he recounts an insightful incident of his life in his autobiography. So this was during his days in South Africa. I don't know the exact place, it was of Joburg or Durban or Pretoria, but one of those places. And it was a time when he was deeply influenced by Christianity and seriously thinking about getting into Christianity. It was that phase. Most probably it would be Durban only. So he's been reading the Bible. He's getting influenced by the Bible also. He was already tired of the evils of the caste system and all. And he was really getting impressed when he read Jesus said, all other children of God. So all these dialogues were there in Yug Purush. Yug Purush? No. Yug Purush, right. So one fine day he decided, this Sunday I'm going to go to the church and attend the Mass. Oh, by the way, every 24th December from 1989 to 2000, I used to attend the church. The Mass at 12 o'clock on 24th evening. So, Bhavin, where is he? You recollect? He used to take me to the RC church at Kolaba. So, he used to come on his bike and pick me up at around 10:30 or so. Then we would go to Kolaba, and being a non-Christian, but still them in the front rows. And the 12 o'clock Mass, and I would go deeper in my devotion. I could feel that for my Lord, or the Lord. Chalo, what is my Lord? And I enjoyed it. And I was not a Kriya Jad. So, even when I went to London 2 years back, we went to the St. Paul's Cathedral at this time. It was too cold and we were under the influence of jet lag, and 4-5 people literally fell from the chair. You remember, because it was 12 in the night, at India it was early morning, 5:30, and આમ કરતા પ્રાર્થના કરે, કઈ સમજાય નહીં, તટ કરીને 4-5 જણ. But I wanted to go. I was longing to attend a Mass at St. Paul's Cathedral, and I got a chance that year. So whatever. Gandhiji decided to go. And in those days, they used to give the topic also, topic of this Sunday's Mass, and it was, all are the children of God. So he said, I must attend that. He goes to the church on Sunday. He stopped at the gate and he was instructed, though you are a non-Christian, you can attend the Mass, but your place is reserved. You have to sit in the place reserved for the blacks. Asian for the blacks. He left, never to come back. Never came back to that church ever. Because the topic of the lecture there was, all are the children of the same God. And here, back in India, it was Shudras and Brahmins, and here it is blacks and whites. So in the name of religion also, you want to satisfy your own fancy, your own beliefs, your own whims and fancy. But it has not touched you. All your rituals are lifeless. He had high regards for Christianity. There are many Christian hymns in his ashram Bhajanavali also. But he didn't go to that church ever. Left never to come back. So see what impression does a Kriya Jad have on the true seekers of liberation. They'll run away from there. They don't understand what they are doing. They don't have a high purpose in doing. They don't know the significance of what they are doing, and they are not reaching their goal either. So why should I do this? So as Brahmavihari Swami said, you have to be poster boys and poster girls. One, are you one? Or are you a Kriya Jad? Are you a Kriya Jad or you are an Atmarthi? Atmarthi means true seeker of liberation. Okay. So let's begin with this stanza, Bahaya Kriyama Rachata, that part. Bahaya Kriya, say ritual. So what is a ritual? Ritual is a religious action, activity, external activity of religion with the aim of attaining self-realization and so prescribed by the scriptures. An action, a religious action with the aim of self-realization, so it is prescribed by the scriptures. So if you are doing with this purpose and aim, it's surely you are going to benefit. That's why the scriptures say you should be doing certain rituals, because it will help to attain. They will be means to attain self-realization, or may it be some discipline. It might not be some do's, but it might be some don'ts also. But every field you have, whether you like it or not, even if you are dieting, even if you want to play nice football, you should have discipline in life. So the people who say we are spiritual people, but we don't follow, don't believe, and don't like rituals, they have lot of rituals in their life. I get up at this time only. I attend that soon છે તમારું લંડન નું પેલું બૂટ શું બરફી something like that, right? I'm going to attend it once. So I'll be attending that session regularly, sincerely. It's a ritual, maybe for your physical health. So this is for your inner health. So those rituals you want to follow. If I go for a walk, I must wear shoes. ચપ્પલ સ્લીપરમાં ન ચાલે બધું. મારી ઇન્ડિયામાં તો ઘડા પગે ચાલ્યા જાય walk પર. At least I'm on the treadmill. થોડો કંટાળો આવે એટલે ટ્રેડમિલ પર આવી જાય. પણ કોઈ બી NRI આવે તો what are you doing? Footને you will hurt your foot, you are going to hurt your knee. So I feel they're too ritualistic. સોક પહેરવાના ને શું પહેરવાનું ને લેસ ટાઈ કરવાની, too ritualistic. Do you feel this ritual is going to help you, or at least not harm you? So if it is from yourself, then what is the problem? But when it comes to religious rituals, and when you don't understand the significance, you say, bichara mechanical ritualists. No, all ritualists are not mechanical. They add SPI and become spiritualist. If they can't add SPI, spiritual, then they become mechanical rituals. So rituals are prescribed by the scriptures because they can be the means of attaining self-realization. So what is wrong? What is wrong? It is absolutely necessary. But when the higher purpose is lost, when that understanding is lost, where the meaning is lost, where the awareness is lost, that ritual becomes mechanical. I explained what is a ritual. Then I explained when does a ritual become mechanical ritual. And if I am just engrossed in these mechanical rituals, feel content, though no inner transformation, and am in the impression that I am on the path of liberation, so many things I said. So, if I am engrossed rachata in external activities and no inner transformation, no transformation experience, desired, or having any inclination for that. Nothing. I might not experience a transformation now because my sanskars, my instincts are too strong, but at least I'm inclined towards it and I'm aspiring for it. But this Kriya Jad has no transformation, experience of transformation, nor is he aspiring for it, nor is he inclined for it. He feels this is enough. I didn't have food and water today, so that's enough. That is called fasting, and that's enough. You're getting the right picture. And obviously, even the world is fascinated by such people and their overt actions. 16 ઉપવાસ કર્યા, માસક શમન કર્યું, પૌષદ વ્રત લીધું, દીક્ષા લીધી. So even the world is fascinated by your overt actions. And they don't know about your inner transformation. So they are going to praise you and you are enjoying it. You see, when people look at you, you can bend so much in yoga. Try these same asanas at home alone. You will not be able to bend. Let me see. You can bend so much, means he can never do it in the room. And suddenly when he comes out, they dad Shirshasana karine dance kare. You could never do it. Okay, no, when the So you're more inclined to do external without even checking your internal, because the world does not want that. And you are worldly. That is the problem. You are not spiritual. You are worldly. So, and now he starts negating Gnana Marga Nishedata. He starts negating the path of knowledge. Why? It's very difficult. And most important, not necessary. Only by doing these external rituals, liberation is going to be possible for me. Then why should I study such tough stuff? So it starts denouncing or negating the path of knowledge, Gnan Marg. See, Kriya Jat feels in practicing all these rituals, he is practicing religion. Actually, he is practicing rituals. Practicing rituals is one thing, practicing religion is another thing, and this only a Sadguru can explain. Or make him realize, not explain, but make him realize that practicing, doing seva and doing dharma is different. Just doing the things rightly is one thing, and earning purity within is another thing. In doing, there can be a doer, you can become more impure. And doing dharma is another thing. So this is the fact. The Kriya Jat also is not a Dabba class. He has lot of logic to support why he is denouncing knowledge. See, knowledge of scriptures he does not have. But argumentative power to છે એની પાસે. ખાલી ક્રોધ જોઈએ એના માટે. You don't need the knowledge of Shastras, you just need a little bit disturbance within, and you see how your logic comes out. So he says, why study? Because a monk, a sadhu, who has studied 11 angas and 9 purvas, so there are 12 angas, right? 12 Dwadashangi, so 12 angas. So out of that he has studied 11, and in 12 there are 14 purvas, he has done 9. Even such a monk may not be liberated. This is written in the scriptures. So what is the use of studying the angas? If I study 11 angas, so 11.9 out of 11.14. Out of 12. So, but 12 na kitla chahe to 14. So 11.9 I have done. How many left? 0.5. and I become a Shrut Kevli if I do that, say. But he even may not attain liberation. So what is the use of the path of knowledge? That donkey does not understand. In Shastras it is written, a monk, a sadhu, a dravyalingi, who has renounced everything, not only luxuries and comforts, but some of the necessities also, he may also not attain liberation. બંને લખ્યું છે. So કે અનંતવાર સાધુપણું એવું કંઈક આવ્યું છે 166 અનંતવાર સાધુપણું એવું કંઈ આવ્યું છે મુનિપણું કે સાધુપણું જીન દીક્ષા યા સો મુનિપણું સાધુ અનંતવાર જીન દીક્ષા લીધી ડોબા અનંતવાર શાસ્ત્ર શ્રવણ બી છે. Or he will say કે અનંતવાર શાસ્ત્ર શ્રવણ કર્યું પણ નિષ્ફળ ગયું તો અનંતવાર જીન દીક્ષા બી નિષ્ફળ ગઈ છે. You want to just pick up whatever you like. And that is called Swachhanda Mat Agra. It will come in 17 in this yagna only. Everything you will feel that there is nothing more left to understand after this first yagna only. But he has not yet started the subject matter. Huh? He'll start in March. The subject matter will start in March. March, forward. Forward march. Oh, sorry. So, one does need the knowledge of scriptures because then only, this is worth hearing, huh? With attention, of course. Only when you study the scriptures you will realize, listen carefully, that the scriptures give more importance to the soul than the body. So when it comes to fasting, your definition has to be linked with the soul and not the body. So what is fasting? Not eating, not drinking, or drinking boiled water. So all these are pertaining to the, connected to the body. But when you study scriptures, you will realize that bodily activities, physical activities is nothing to do with religion. It's all about how, in which state the soul is. So only when you study, when you attend satsangs, you realize the right significance of the rituals. So it's necessary. What is Diksha? Renouncing is a very high word. Leaving your houses and changing your dresses. That's what you have done. No. Fasting is not related to body or eating or not eating. It is giving up of the love-hate feelings regarding food. You might not eat and say, કાલે તો આપણે ત્યાં ખાવા જશું સ્ક્રીન સેન્ટરમાં આજે નહીં. So you have not given up the love-hate feelings. If you are having, if you are doing IMBIL, આ ટિફિનમાં છે ને બધું ઠંડુ ઠંડુ આવે છે. ડાઇનિંગમાં જ્યારે આપણે IMBIL કરતા તો ગરમ ગરમ ઢોકળા આવતા હતા. So no love-hate feelings are given up. So there is nothing like IMBIL in your life. So this you will realize only if you study the scriptures. So you must not negate the path of knowledge. Same way in Diksha, it's not changing of clothes, it's what? Giving up of the attachments. So ક્રિયાજન એક તો ખોટું કરે છે અને સાચું કરવાનો જે રસ્તો છે, the path of knowledge, that he is negating. So he'll never improve. So two things, Bahya Kriyama Rajta, one, no antarbhed, no inner transformation, nothing, no differentiation between body and soul, two, and number three, denouncing, negating the path of knowledge, studying of scriptures. Three characteristics he showed. Very clear. So, one thing is clear from a Sadguru makes us realize this: no activity without internal bearing is of spiritual significance. Internal bearing you need, internal transformation. No external activity is important. But he doesn't have a Sadguru. Sadguru will enter in Gatha 9. This is Gatha 4. Entry of Sadguru. Seve Sadguru Charanane Tyagi Daini Paks. So from 9 to say till the end of the Yagna you will have Sadguru, Sadguru. But till verse 8, this is the pathetic state in which I see religious, the so-called religious people. See, I don't mean when I explain rituals and mechanical, I'm not negating or nor that was the purpose of Param Kripa Uday to negate rituals. But the purpose of the ritual was to turn within. And if these rituals are aimlessly performed, they are futile, they are useless. I don't mind saying they are useless. You have been doing since time immemorial, ananadi kalna paribhramanma, anantavar. You have been doing it several times. So I take the liberty to use the word useless also. If it is aimlessly, what is the aim? To cultivate detachment, a state of equanimity. How? Oh, you people have forgotten Varte Antar Shodh. Introspection, contemplation, meditation. By these three, if this should be your aim behind any ritual. So, rituals like pujas, samaik pratikamans, fasting, all can help you in your spiritual journey, pursuit, or it can become mechanical and you can drift away from spirituality or drift away from the path of liberation. And that's what Param Kripa Uday saw. Okay, though a lot of activities, religious activities, but they are drifting away from the true path of liberation. Sympathy. So he calls them Kriyajad, such people who have drifted away, he calls them Kriyajad or unworthy of liberation if they go on doing this way. So this was Kriyajad. We'll chant the verse again.
बाह्य क्रिया मारा